Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. What a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. 11 races we want to look at. We got the Juvenile Phillies sprint today. So let's get right to those track weather conditions.
It's sunny out today in Hollandale Beach. Temperatures of 79 degrees. The main track and the Topeka track are fast. In today's first race, scratch the number 4, Awesome Campaign. And the Roth. Fast start from the outside for Dream Diamond, who heads off for the early lead. Muscle Maiden is there to the inside. No Time to Wait came out running third. There's Spirit of Jamaica, who rushes up on the far outside to come and challenge Dream Diamond as they head into the first turn. So we'll be Dream Diamond inside, Spirit of Jamaica outside. Muscle Maiden rides the rail in third. No Time to Wait's on a hold, 2.5 off the leader in fourth. And then it's Starship Orient in between horses, fifth, just in front of Starlight Luna. And 3 more to the long shot, Valley of Dawn, who's at the back of the field. The opening quarter went in 24 and 4/5 seconds. It's Dream Diamond showing the way 3 parts of a length. Spirit of Jamaica's racing second. No Time to Wait's inching closer, 2.5 off the lead in third. And then it's Muscle Maiden side by side with Starlight Luna. Starship Orion wants to go in between that pair, and Valley of Dawn continues to trail. So they head at the backstretch run, a half mile left to go. The opening half was 50 seconds flat. It's Dream Diamond still showing the way. Spirit of Jamaica, here's No Time to Wait, who angles off the rail and is racing third as they head for the far turn. Muscle Maiden's down inside fourth, just in front of Starlight Luna. Starship Orion's gotten shuffled to the back with Valley of Dawn. So they run around to the 5/16. It's still Dream Diamond. In between, Spirit of Jamaica shaken up. No Time to Wait. The 1-2 shot has hit the front a quarter of a mile from home. And then it's Muscle Maiden, who's trying to mount to bid from fourth as they reach the top of the stretch after 3 quarters. In 1:14 and 2, No Time to Wait. Off the turn with a 4-length advantage. Muscle Maiden runs up into second, but No Time to Wait has made short work of this field. Kicks 5 lengths clear past the 16th pole, and it will be No Time to Wait to kick off the Saturday opener. Muscle Maiden second. Starlight Luna got up for third in front of Spirit of Jamaica in 1:45 flat. And the Roth. Fast start for Darling Darling and our Firebird. Fulminate's also in the top flight, and here's Julie's Legacy. Julie's Legacy shoots on through to take the lead. Our Firebird's back to second. Fulminate is right there as well. So they race up the backstretch, and they're chasing the favorite, Julie's Legacy, by 2 lengths. And then it's Our Firebird, Fulminate, Miguel's Bell down inside fourth, racing side by side with Noble Dreamer. And they're followed by Cajun Anthem, 3 lengths clear of No Action and Red Hot Spark. They're followed by Evanora down inside, just in front of Star of Saturn. As they round the far turn, it's Julie's Legacy out on a 4-length lead. Our Firebird's taken up the chase from second. The opening quarter was 22 and 3/5 seconds. It's the 1-5 shot. Julie's Legacy airing on this field so far as a 7th-length lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Our Firebird second. Noble Dreamer's trying to come out of the pack as well. As they reach the top of the stretch, Julie's Legacy coasting by the 8th pole with a 10-length lead. Noble Dreamer second. Our Firebird's given way. Evanora is trying to close down the center, but it's all Julie's Legacy. Simply ran them off their feet today. Won it by 9. Evanora second. Noble Dreamer third. Star of Saturn up for fourth in 1:11 and 2.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And the rock. Good start out in the center for Excuses, who heads off for the early lead. Gold in the Sky trying to apply some pressure right there to the inside. Great Hunt is coming to make it 3 in a line as they head for the first turn. It will be Excuses, though. Excuses makes the lead around the first turn. Gold in the Sky is down inside second with Great Hunt on the far side and third. They're followed by Numinous, who's racing in the 3 path as they head around the clubhouse turn. Down towards the inside there is El Muhit racing with Ski Bum. And at the back of the field is Captain Pike. So they race up the backstretch run. They're chasing Excuses, who's on top by about 2 lengths here. Racing right there in second is Gold Sky with Great Hunt up on the far side. Third, Numinous has taken fourth. They're followed by Ski Bum, El Muhit, and Captain Pike's at the back of this compact group of 7, 3.5 furlongs from home. The opening quarter was a relaxed 24-4, the half mile in 49 flat. Excuses takes him into the far turn with a 2.5 length advantage. Gold in the Sky's under heavy pressure. Great Hunt is there as well. Here comes Numinous looming up into third. So they round the far turn past the 5/16. Excuses yet to be asked for his best. He's still out on a 2-length lead. Numinous coming to chase. Ski Bum is looping up 4 wide, is going to try and produce a challenge as they come around to the top of the stretch. Excuses through 3/4 and 1:13-1. Numinous is all under an all-out drive, so too is Ski Bum. Excuses now getting to work with 1/8 of a mile to go. Ski Bum is charging hard on the outside, but Excuses is driven out, but he's got a 3-length advantage. Final 16th. Ski Bum trying to make one final run at Excuses. It's these to the wire. Excuses or Ski Bum. Excuses held on. No excuses for him today. He got it. Ski Bum ran second. Farther back, Captain Pike was third in 1:41-3. And the rock. Accelerate Me's hustled from that inside draw. Guy's Trip is there for the far outside. There's Bobby Bob in between at the rail. He's a daredevil. So will be Accelerate Me, who heads him up onto the main track and racing out of the chute. Bobby Bob's racing second. Guy's Trip is 3 wide in third. And then it's Orb Alpha, who settles back at the top flight racing fourth. He's a daredevil down inside fifth. They've gone 3 lengths clear of the late-running Starship Magellan and Theo's Thunders at the back of the field. So Bobby Bob and Guy's Trip, these two take him up the backstretch run as Accelerate Me now takes back to fourth. So will be Bobby Bob and Guy's Trip. Accelerate Me down inside third, Orb Alpha up on the far side fourth. He's a daredevil, continues to race fifth, just in front of Theo's Thunder and Starship Magellan. So Bobby Bob takes him into the far turn, but Guy's Trip is right there as well. Accelerate Me is 2.5 off the lead in third, just in front of Orb Alpha. He's a daredevil, trying to inch closer from fifth, still 4 lengths clear of a Hardwood and Starship Magellan and Theo's Thunder. So they run around to the 5/16th. Guy's Trip tries to put away Bobby Bob. Accelerate Me's already under a drive from Morelos. He's trying to gain on this leader. Past the quarter pole, Guy's Trip. Here comes Accelerate Me. He's a daredevil. Angles way off the rail for a run at this leader as they reach the top of the stretch. Guy's Trip off the turn in front. He's shaken up. Here's Accelerate Me down the center. He's a daredevil trying to close as well. Accelerate Me hits the front into the final furlong. Guy's Trip second. He's a daredevil third. Accelerate Me deep stretch with the lead. It will be Accelerate Me. Accelerate Me got it. He's a daredevil. Look to win that photo for second over Guy's Trip in 1:39-3. And the rock. Fast start for Vuela Paloma. Back to gridlocks right there as well. Chosen Factor splits that pair as they run to the half-mile point. So it's Vuela Paloma outside of the 3-path. Moving at the rail there is back to gridlock in between Chosen Factor. Likely Perspective takes fourth. Just in front of Orquídea Real. And Corona Princess is the trailer. So they round the far turn. Back to gridlocks already come under pressure. Here's Chosen Factor. Vuela Paloma gliding up nicely up on the outside in third. And then it's Likely Perspective who's going to try and make a stretch run from fourth. 21-2 is the opening quarter. Back to gridlocks, bowing out of it. It's down to Chosen Factor and Vuela Paloma as Likely Perspective is raced up into third. They're off the turn. Vuela Paloma and Chosen Factor, these two square off at the 8th pole. Vuela Paloma's trying to grind on by. Chosen Factor's a tough customer to the inside, though. Final 16th, Vuela Paloma had to work for it, but Vuela Paloma's a winner. Chosen Factor second, Likely Perspective third, Orquídea Real was fourth in 56-2. And the rock. Bit of a slow start for My Man Money. There goes Royal Retinue and Shipmate. Those two challenge for the yearly advantage. Nick Reachable Star came away running third and fourth. They're followed back towards the inside by Pike, and My Man Money's at the back of the field. So they race for the half-mile point, and they're chasing the favorite Shipmate. The Philly Royal Retinue's down inside second, and then it's Unreachable Star in between Nicholsea. The firster Pike is racing fifth with 4.5 to make up into the far turn, and My Man Money trails. Shipmate blazed a quarter in 22-3. Royal Retinue's come under pressure. Here's Pike catching the eye. Angles way off the rail and is circling the field all the way up into a joint third. So Shipmate takes him around to the top of the stretch. Here's Royal Retinue and Pike in hot pursuit, second and third. They're off the turn. Shipmate, but here's Pike, the 20-1 shot right up to the outside of Shipmate with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Shipmate is responding, though, for Miguel Vasquez and kicks 2.5 clear for past the 16th. And it will be Shipmate at a short number to kick off the Rainbow Six. Pike ran a good race, had to settle for second. Royal Retinue was third, Nicholsea fourth in 103-2.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
Thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter,
You've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
And they're off. Light Fury hustled for some inside speed from Edwin Gonzalez and makes the front as they hit the first turn run. There's Battle of Dover. Also there along the inside is Vladislav ringside. Battle of Dover right there in the 3-path, racing just in front of Vino Santo. They're followed by Sunshine Frolic and Clear Destination just in front of Guildenstern. Onesto races a little deep on the track just in front of Dixie Preach, and the Honeyman is last of the 11 as they hit the backstretch run. So it's Light Fury where he likes to be on the front end, on top by a length and a half. Vladislav and Battle of Dover share second and third, 3 lengths clear of Vino Cento and Ringside. And then it's Clear Destination just in front of Guildenstern and Sunshine, Frolic, Anesto, Dixie Preach, and the Honeyman is at the back of the field. So the opening quarter was a decent tempo here, 23 and 1/5 seconds. Light Fury, 3.5 furlongs from home and a length and a half on top. Battle of Dover inching into that second spot just in front of Vladislav. Ringside rides the rail fourth. They're followed by Clear Destination and Vino Santo. So they round the far turn, less than 3 furlongs left to travel. Light Fury's trying to carry this field the final 5/16. Vladislav's the first one to throw a challenge at Light Fury here. And then it's Clear Destination. Ringside saving ground to the inside in fourth. So they come around to the top of the stretch after 3/4 and 1:11 flat. Light Fury trying to hold off a wall of challengers. Clear Destination, Vladislav, Sunshine, Frolic, Dixie Preach is also trying to close from the back. Clear Destination drifting about, but he's hit the front with a 16th to go. Light Fury bows out of it. Here's Dixie Preach trying to rally to the inside. Clear Destination with the lead deep stretch. Clear Destination got it. Clear Destination beats Dixie Preach. Sunshine Frolic third. Light Fury back to fourth in 142 and 4. And the Rough. Good start out wide for Ramage. Ramses the Great's there in the center down towards the Blame Yourself, and Windrunner's also flashing some early foot on debut as Ramses the Great now takes back to fourth. He's 3 lengths in front of Candy Addiction and another 4 back to the Pulse, who's at the back of the field. So they head up the backstretch run. It's Blame Yourself and Ramage. These two going at it through an opening quarter mile in 22 and 2/5 seconds. So it's Blame Yourself a length and a half in front of Ramage. Windrunner's racing in third just in front of Ramses the Great. Candy Addiction fifth, and the Pulse is well out of it today. So they hit the far turn run and they're chasing Blame Yourself by 3 parts of a length. Ramage gradually gaining on this long-time leader. They've gone 8 lengths clear of Windrunner, who's struggling to keep up in third, followed by Candy Addiction. Not today for Ramses the Great or the Pulse. Past the 5/16th, Blame Yourself and Ramage. These two still locked in battle, and they're well clear of the rest of the field. Blame Yourself inside. Ramage's hard-ridden in second. Blame Yourself takes him to the top of the lane, a length and a half in front. Ramage up on the outside. It's a 2-horse race coming to the 8th pole. Blame Yourself is trying to dig deep and find more. Ramage out in the center is grinding away. Blame Yourself, final 16th. Ramage is going to give it one final lunge. Blame Yourself or Ramage, these two to the wire. Blame Yourself got it. Blame Yourself held on. Ramage ran second. The Pulse came from absolutely nowhere to grab third. Watch out for that one next time in 125 and 2. And the Rough. Fast start to the outside for Epigram and down to the inside, La Dolce Vita. These two hook up in the opening furlong. Teslate has some early foot as well and tries to shoot through that gap. Another 3 lengths back to Noor, who races on the inside of Lady Chance. They're followed by Make Your Wish, and Dakota's Lil Or is at the back of the field. So they have 4.5 furlongs left to travel. It's the top 2 choices in the wagering, La Dolce Vita and Epigram. These two locked in battle through a 22 flat opening quarter. Teslate gets a nice setup, 3.5 off the pace in third. 5 lengths clear of Noor and Lady Chance. They're followed by Make Your Wish, and Dakota's Lil Or is the trailer. So they round the far turn past the 3/8. Epigram is trying to put away La Dolce Vita. And here's Teslate, who angles off the rail, coming 3 wide with a bid towards the quarter pole. So La Dolce Vita and Epigram have both come under pressure, and Tessellate has taken charge. Tessellate takes him to the top of the stretch with the lead. Epigram is second. Not today for La Dolce Vita. Tessellate off the turn with a 5-length advantage. Epigram's calling it an afternoon. It's a one-horse affair into the final furlong. Tessellate and Edgard Zayas are dominating the Juvenile Phillies sprint. Tessellate streaking through the stretch is going to win it by however much she wants. Tessellate crushes. Second went to Lady Chance. Third was Dakota's Little Or. Epigram was fourth in 1:18.3.
They're off. World Cup. It's all about Nick's go. City of Light keeps going. Arrogate. What a horse. They ran him off their feet in the Pegasus.
And the rough. Mr. Narcissistic bounces out of gate 6. Relators right there as well. It's a Boss. It's a Boss is up on the front end. King Julian is also right in the top mix with Walking in Memphis moving at the rail. So will be King Julian who heads off. It's a Boss and Maitre D. Walking in Memphis racing 4th. And then it's Mr. Narcissistic stalking today from 5th. He's 3.5 off the top. They're followed by Dumb Money Relator, 3 lengths clear of Send Cash, and Take Care of Business is last of the 9 as they round the far turn. King Julian and It's a Boss blitzed a quarter and 22 flat. Here's Maitre D ranging up in 3rd. Mr. Narcissistic 4 wide in 4th. Walking in Memphis and Dumb Money save ground. Send Cash is launching a bid for Bravo. He's got 6 lengths to make up as they reach the top of the stretch. It's a Boss and King Julian, these two off the turn together. Mr. Narcissistic charging hard down the center. Take Care of Business is way out in the center. Final 16th. Take Care of Business launching after Mr. Narcissistic, and Take Care of Business springs the upset. Send Cash was late on the scene. Might have nosed out Mr. Narcissistic for 2nd. Walking in Memphis was up for 4th in 103 flat. And the rough. Good start down inside for I Love Venezuela, who heads off for the early advantage. Magnetic Beach from the far outside. Their Show Off, along with Oshala and Tell Me Some Lies, is at the back of the field. So they race for the first turn. It is I Love Venezuela who makes the pace, on top by 1.5 lengths. Magnetic Beach settles down 2nd. Show Off has a nice trip, 2.5 off the lead in 3rd. And then they're followed by Tell Me Some Lies. Oshala and Rajiv Marat content to trail some 5 lengths off front-running I Love Venezuela. The opening quarter was 24 and 3/5 seconds. I Love Venezuela showing the way 1.5 lengths. They're in single file order, 5 furlongs from home. Magnetic Beach is 2nd. Show Off still 3rd in front of Tell Me Some Lies. And Oshala is at the back of the field. I Love Venezuela takes him up the backstretch run. Magnetic Beach stalking from second, trying to give Edgard Zayas his 4th win on this Saturday card. Show Off rides the rail third, still 2 lengths off this leader as they make the entry into the far turn, followed by Tell Me Some Lies and Oshala. I Love Venezuela into the far turn. The lead's now 2. Show Off second. Magnetic Beach quickly backing out of there. Here's Tell Me Some Lies, who's making a bid coming towards the quarter pole. And Oshala still has 5 or 6 lengths to make up, but is closing to the inside. So they come around to the top of the stretch after 3 quarters. In 1:12 and 4, I Love Venezuela. Edwin Gonzalez just took a peek and just got a 3-length lead coming to the 8th pole. Show Off, Tell Me Some Lies down the center. Oshala's flattening out in 4th. Final 16th, I Love Venezuela with a 3-length advantage. And I Love Venezuela makes every pole a winning one in the nightcap. Show Off ran second. Oshala did get up for 3rd. Tell Me Some Lies was 4th in 1:40 and 1.
And that wraps up the Saturday card. We're back here on Sunday with a really nice 10-race card. Boy, the weather has been beautiful. So, as I always say, boy, you got to be a Gulfstream card.